Hi, it's Dave. It's August the 17th, 2018. It's around, I guess, 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30. I'm in Vancouver, just near the university, but just east of there. What I wanted to do was just show you this street that I'm on now. It's called Tolmie Street. So just take a circle around here. There are neighborhoods in Vancouver. I've never seen it as starkly differentiated as I have here. There are some neighborhoods that are Christ-friendly neighborhoods, and there are some neighborhoods that are anti-Christ friendly. And that might sound, well, I guess at some point it would have sounded a little unusual, but given what's happened over the last couple of years, not anymore. You can tell, no one told me this, I figured it out. Nobody's talked to me about anything about the great water apocalypse of May 2016 and the fact that 35 million Canadians are no longer in their homes. Nobody's talked to me about that, but I know what happened. But there are neighborhoods, if they have a lot of green like this, then that means it's a Christ-like neighborhood and the Illuminati aren't around as much. And if it doesn't have it, like you can tell, there's a lot of life here. It's just, there's plants, there's trees, there's everything, bushes. It's a very picturesque and I would just say life affirming, or just life full of, very visually full of life. Let's put it that way. But so if I'll try to show you, I'll add a piece on showing you in contrast what an area not like this is like, in that it's just all barren. There's no life, there's no green, nothing. It's just pure barren. But I was trying to figure my which way to get back, and I know I go west from here, but I was specifically told to go 2 or 3 from where we started off. I was told by this young guy, teenager, not to walk along this street, to go down to 10th and then walk along. But 10th is just 2 blocks further south from here, so I could walk along the street that I was on, but they didn't want me to walk along these streets, these green streets. They wanted me to walk along anti-Christ friendly streets that have no vegetation, no life to them. And then I saw down here, this is north, of course, because that's where the mountains are, pretty much the bigger ranges. And I saw something on Burrard Inlet that kind of caught my eye, and I thought I have to come over here and have a look at it. Chase that butterfly and see what that one's all about. So here we're heading down here. This is Burrard Inlet over here coming up to us. It should be Burrard Inlet, and that brings you right out to the Georgia Strait and then the Pacific Ocean, of course. But let me just try to get my stuff here. Okay, I just had to put my bag. So we're just gonna scan around. You can see how green this whole area is, of course, right? It's just full of green. It's just life everywhere. But we'll be able to, I'll show you when I can get to a block that changes. I'll be able to see, and you'll be able to see for yourself right away the difference. Now, that's one interesting thing is you do see things that are dying. I don't have much chance of surviving. For whatever reason, this guy's got limited days. Isn't it weird though, just him? There's a lot of weird things in Vancouver, friends. Just a lot of weird shit going on in this place. It's the weirdest place on the planet, for sure. And they have the most interesting trees here too. Isn't that amazing? You just don't see this in Ontario. Not only the size of the trees, but the moss growing, and just it's a very peculiar place. The climate, of course, because it's so temperate. Like, look at that. Isn't that just amazing? Look at that. Just all that moss. Look at it. Isn't that just amazing? Look at it. Isn't that just amazing? It just amazes me how it's just, of course, growing. Life is like that. It'll just grab on the smallest sliver on the mountainside, and all of a sudden you'll see something growing there. But I find this fascinating. I just find the foliage, frankly, like, look at this. Look at this. This is a tree root. Look at that. Can you see that? There, let me pull back. That's a root. That is a root. Isn't that crazy? Look at it. I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? It just doesn't seem to make any sense. You don't see this in Ontario. You just see like a tree and the ground and grass on it, but you don't see this life here. It's just fascinating to watch how you can just have all this moss. Now, a lot of this is because they had it raining 24/7 when I first got here. They had the rain-making machines that we saw billowing the clouds. Oh, now this is interesting here. So we were coming down here, and I don't remember seeing this baby here, but now he suddenly appeared. Do you remember seeing this when we came down here? This big thing? We'll have to look at the film again because I don't remember seeing this. I remember I was intrigued by something in the distance, but maybe this is it. These tankers they're just peculiar. They're strange. They just kind of hang out. They don't deliver any cargo. They don't pick up any cargo. They just kind of hang out here all the time. It's a bizarre, another Vancouver thing that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. These tankers just kind of sit out here in the harbor and they never do anything. They just sit all the time. They just move around and they don't do anything. They just hang out there. Now let's have a look at what's going on over here, because this looks weird. Now, one thing about these tankers is they kind of try to form walls or things. I don't know what the joke is with that, but they like to line themselves up parallel to each other, so they're creating a lane or something that you're supposed to go around or in between. Who the hell knows? It's all bullshit here anyway. It's the whole fucking place is bullshit. Who knows what's going on? But let's come down here and see this. I know for sure there's something going on here that's worth looking at. Like right there. Wasn't even close to the guy. They're pissed. I'm looking at something I'm not supposed to be seeing. What else is new? So they're pissed. Oh, now if you look over here, can you see here? There's a boat that's in a big goddamn rush to get across here. They're doing something. Something's being hidden. Something's up. Do you see this boat right here to the left? Right where that house ends? There's a boat there that's racing across here trying to do something. Because we got some sort of illusion. I knew that. Well, I mean, everything is illusion here, whether it's actually a hologram or actual real, but there's this boat that came across here that's in a big oh, look, there's another boat there. How about that? Isn't that interesting? Another boat. Maybe we'll see the one that just climbed up. I have this, see the only bag I got in the world, all of my life's possessions are in this bag. And I'm trying to keep it on my shoulder. And it keeps sliding down. That's because my pants keep falling down because I lost so much bloody weight. They don't stay up. So when I walk around, I have to keep holding them up and pulling them up. There was a boat, if you could see it, just to the left. And it was in a big fucking race to get over to this side. Because I know there's something here I'm not supposed to be seeing. See, isn't that funny? Look at that boat. It's just sitting there. Isn't that odd? Look at them. Oh, well, now we're getting a bit of a joke here. This doesn't make a lot of sense. They're all kind of lining up, just hanging about out there. What the fuck are they all doing? I say that, and I swear, I try not to, but when you are here with these things, believe me, the words that I use are tame compared to what you really feel like using. It's just, living around non-humans is not fun. It's a goddamn pain in the ass, and it's a threat to your life. That's kind of pretty. Except it's Vancouver. I'm sorry to some of the people who live here, and I know I agree with you that Vancouver wasn't always a shithole. It actually was a nice place. I remember now, I was here about 25 years ago, and it was funny, I was walking down one of these Christ happy streets that has green and whatnot, and I remember the feeling of old Vancouver came back to me. And I'll say to you, Vancouver always isn't a shithole by nature. It's just become one over the last 20 years, pretty much, I guess, like the rest of Canada. It wasn't always a shithole, but it is now. But see, look at this. No one will tell me, of course, what's going on. No one's acknowledged that anything happened. Nobody will acknowledge that the cops are clones. Nobody will acknowledge anything. How about that? Look at that. That's neat, huh? Can you see that? But who knows what? See, all right, now if you can see this, I think you might be able to see the difference. Once we start looking here, we start going away from Christ-like streets to Antichrist happy streets. And have a look again, like there's where we're starting to get it. The more basically cold and impersonal and harsh the feeling is, or the surrounding, it's an Antichrist-like one. So there's declining amounts of green, and the green that there is manicured and perfectly coiffed. And that's not a normal happy Christ open street. That's what they call here an Antichrist street, isn't it? Yeah, I know. So that, for example, would be very much a Christ-like street or a Christ-like laneway. It's not perfect, it's not manicured precisely. It lets life grow randomly where it wants to grow, kind of like entropy. It lets it go as far as it wants to go. But so that's that. Don't worry, it's a clone. But have a look out here. Isn't that interesting? No one will tell you what this is. It means something, but nobody will tell me. I don't know what it means. There's all kinds of stuff that's in the water that I've never really... There's Illuminati right up there. I'll get it close up. There. That's not random. So here we are, Tolmie and 1st Avenue. But we're going to come down here because this is really fascinating, isn't it? It looks like it's just staring right at you, isn't it? How about that? Now, wouldn't that be narcissistic, as Vancouver police accused me of being a narcissist? That's interesting. I've just gone through 6 years of hell. And you call me a narcissist. Well, whatever. I've been called worse, as they say. All right, so it's fast. Look at that. Isn't that just amazing? You know, you tell me if that's normal. Does that look normal to you? Does that boat look like it's just going to hang out there and wait to deliver some cargo? No chance. Oh, that house. We've been showing houses that have been torched to the ground because they've got Christ-like addresses. That's another one. Wow, look at that. Now, I'm supposed to look at this and understand what this means, but why would I understand it? Obviously, it's a pattern. It's doing something. that's not normal and has nothing to do with cargo or business, but nobody will tell me. Not a single fucking thing. Nobody has spoken to me, if you can believe it, in 2.5 years. That's how goddamn miserable the RCMP cunts have been to me. They have isolated me, and so that not one single person has spoken to me in 15 years. Let's get this license plate of this bastard. I told you he's Illuminati. There he goes. Bye-bye, bastard. Bye-bye. So what is going on here? No one will tell me, but I have a feeling shit's hitting the fan now. It's been hitting for quite a few days and weeks, actually. But there's some goddamn fucking jackass shit going on here. So when is somebody going to tell me what the jackass shit is and give me my goddamn asthma medicine and some food and some clothing? When are we going to do that instead of this fucking goddamn bullshit? Oh, I found out, by the way, that I have proof. The RCMP, they just cannot do anything new. These clones, they're trapped by their own process. They do the same thing over and over and over. They put out a soccer ball telling me to play ball with them again, to threaten. But unfortunately, that's exactly what they did in Whitehorse when they claimed that I was stalking children's playgrounds. Now, you and I know that there's no humans there. They left about 2 years ago, or 1.5 years before then. And there's no humans anywhere for hundreds of miles. But apparently, some woman who's a teacher there was there, and she said that I was around the schoolyard, even though there's no humans there, and there's no human kids, and there's no human teachers. Apparently, they went to the judge, and they went to the Crown Attorney, and they said that this whole thing went on, and the judge and the Crown Attorney know that everything is Neverland. It's all bullshit. They know the apocalypse hit, but they went ahead and put me in prison anyway. So today, we got some proof that they did the same jackass stunt they did before. Play ball. So what is all this shit here? Does anyone want to finally goddamn explain to me, after 2.5 years of torture and attempted murder, what exactly is going on? How about you, RCMP cunt Lucky? Why don't you take the podium and tell us what the fuck is going on, bitch? Instead of murdering me, why don't you tell me and do something good for a change? I know, what the fuck am I supposed to make out of this, huh? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. This country, my friends, is the biggest fucking shithole I've ever seen in my life. I've read about shitholes, but I haven't seen one up close as bad as this one. Canada is the biggest fucking laughingstock of the world right now. A country that went #1 7 years in a row, rated by its international peers, is now the biggest shithole on the planet. Thanks to the cunt clone cops of the RCMP. Oh, we hear Blackhawk. Can you hear Blackhawk? Hey, Blackhawk, where are ya? I can hear you up there. Stalking me from the sky, Blackhawk. Bitch. Come on, Blackhawk, where are ya? Where's the asthma medicine, by the way? The 3 asthma inhalers you stole? Where are they? It's been 6 weeks. I've had 3 attacks since. I'm still waiting for the asthma inhaler. Where the fuck is that? Lucky? How about you, cunt Lucky? Where's the fucking asthma inhalers? Come on. Come on, bitch. Give them to me. I want them. I need them. I can't breathe without one, Lucky. You know that, bitch. Give me the inhalers back, bitch. Yeah, let that be evidence. Let them see how much I fucking hate you.